What's up, everybody? This is Life Unscripted, episode 6. And I'm Rome. This is a special guest right here, known for a very long time. Before I even introduce him, hold on, cut that out. We missing a special guest, or not a special, our usual co-host. Unfortunate times have been very turbulent, right? And the show must go on.
Must go on.
But he'll be back next week. We'll have another guest too. So, unfortunate, but we're going to kick it happy for y'all. Kick this knowledge, kick this wisdom, kick this humor, kick this confidence all y'all way. And also, before I leave this, like and subscribe. And I love the support. Just recently, one of our videos that hit 200 views. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Episode 6 right here. Like I was saying, this is a special guest right here. I know him for a very long time. He goes by
Tbuff, the one and only.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled by Tbuff. It ain't because of the muscles.
It's not. It's because of my last name. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you.
But what makes it crazy is it just fit with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said the name and then he became Tbuff.
You feel me?
He was Tbuff before he was Buff.
Man, well, you better let him know.
So,
not everybody know about that.
Yeah, literally. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's how I go. But like always, brought to you by Zany Magnesium H2O. I wanted to get Terrell or Tbuff on this podcast because of reinventing yourself. This man has, since I know, he reinvented himself 3 times that I know of. 3 times. One, when he really became a barber. Like, he always had that in the background, but when he cut my hair in class.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I don't even think, you know what I'm saying? He been doing this like for a long time, and at that point, I don't know what year we were, but that's when he took it to that next level. That's when I was like, okay, it's good. And he cut my hair in class.
Man.
If I had a video, I'll put it up right now. That's getting my hair cut in class. So that's one thing I want to talk about. And then not only did he do the barber, he turned around and did the MMA. He turned around and then was going barbering all the whole time. That's his main source of income. Chopped it and decided to go and be a sea merchant. I just want to talk about the process on first off, let's talk about the stem of this. I just got a comment right now. We're gonna read it out loud. The fool on the left, mad buttered up, homie. That sound crazy. He gonna be talking about you the same way. That's the Buff dude.
Oh, you talking about
the Buff dude. He gonna be talking about you the same way. They gonna be talking about you the same way.
Because I for sure did just go put some grapeseed oil on before I came up in here. That's crazy.
But I want to talk about where did that stem from, that confidence and belief in yourself to even do that barbering. We're going to start from barbering.
We're going to start from barbering. So, I love talking about how I started cutting hair. I'm getting chills again thinking about it. But the reason why I started cutting hair all my life, I've never gotten a haircut up until the end of my freshman year of high school.
He did have dreads.
I had dreads. We might show y'all later on, maybe. We'll see what's up. But all my life, I've never gotten a haircut. I always had long ass hair. And my freshman year is when I got my first haircut, and it was just the taper on the sides with the dreads still. And dude that cut my hair, shout out to Will Dill, he did it in his bathroom, first cut, and he was a senior, I was a freshman. He ended up graduating and moving. I ain't had no money to go to no barbershop and get no haircut. So I'm like,
ooh, keep going.
I'm about to go buy some clippers and cut my own hair, And it is crazy too, because every day in class, I do my work and just get on YouTube and start watching haircut tutorials. And I'm doing that all throughout freshman year. Shit, I still do it today. And I first started cutting my own hair, making sure it looked nice. I wasn't the best, but it was better than just growing it out. And
it's stacked.
Yeah, and as the time progressed, I start getting better, and I start asking my cousins and close friends to hey, let me cut your hair. But mind you, at the time, I'm still a beginner, and I've always gotten the answer, no. You know?
I swear,
so I'm like,
everybody.
I could name off a lot of people that I cut today that told me they'd never let me cut their hair.
I think I was was I one of the first or no?
One of the first what? To say that?
You didn't say yes.
Nah, because I cut your hair sophomore year, and that's when I was actually cutting people for real.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, everybody always say no, but for the most part, I was really doing it to cut myself. And then eventually I got better at cutting myself, and a lot of people start seeing that, so they start telling me to cut their hair. And I was doing more research on like being a barber and all that, and I realized that it's a good income, a nice steady income, a quick buck, you know. So I set my goals on to be a barber after high school. And mind you, I'm still this is going into my sophomore year now, when people start asking me to cut their hair, and I start cutting their hair. We're not people, I really say just like cousins and stuff like that, you know, close friends and all that. And then after that, it just went up from there. Like once I moved to Houston, I really wasn't cutting nobody. I was really just cutting myself, and that's where I really perfected my craft, because I was cutting my hair probably like twice a week, once a week at there. And then once I came back, still cutting family and all that, but eventually I just got hella better and started cutting in the shop. And once I started cutting in the shop, like the skills just went up, and I just ended up becoming the best barber in Patterson to this day.
And I want to point out right here for y'all, that's clear as daylight. He got into barbering because of this right here. Dang, I already forgot it, bruh. God dang, I keep forgetting it. Necessity, I got it. This is the quote. Necessity is the mother of invention. The reason why he invented himself as a barber, because it was necessary.
For myself.
So then let's think about that. When things are necessary, do you expand? So if you always stay comfortable and never have a need, that means you are never expanding you. That's like real life.
Do never settle.
That's like real life. Necessity make you create something.
Absolutely.
Necessity is the mother of invention. And hearing that, he said he started barbering because he didn't have no way to get a cut. Couldn't pay for it. There was a need. Need to look good. Create. Satisfied that. And look what that got him. It got him cool. Like, how much do you think you was making yearly when you was barbering? And he did this, you know what I'm saying? Like, he took that little need and turned it into something tangible right after high school.
Man, and because of me being a barber is why I'm
it wasn't that simple. We make it real simple. So I remember we was giving camp, we was helping each other out, talking about how to get clients and all that stuff. And then he stacked on it. You know what he said?
That's crazy. I remember we had a conversation about something when I first started in the barbershop. And it came quicker than I expected and all that.
Yeah.
But like he said, you know, when you need something, it's gonna turn into something big and all that. And it just got me to where I am now. And like right
after high school too.
After high school.
I mean, it wasn't right, but like, when did you really get into the shop? Because there really was no shops out here anyway, though.
Man, the reason there's barbershops in Patterson today is because of me. Don't ever let nobody tell y'all different. Like, I promise you, like, there was a few people back in high school that was, you know, cutting out of their garage and stuff like that, but I brought it up for real. Like, the majority of people cutting out here right now is because of me. The reason why there's multiple barbershops in Patterson right now is because of me. I put that in people's heads to open up shops out here. If I had the funds back then, I would have did it myself. But we all start from somewhere, and we all gotta grow at some time. And what was the question again?
And you'll also see right there, that's a lot of confidence.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what
I'm saying?
So like, you need that too. To invent yourself.
Grab all the best barbers in Patterson. Have a barber battle, and I guarantee you I will win. I don't care what hair texture it is, no, none of that. I will win. I promise.
He ain't even cutting full time no more.
I'm not, but I still got, like, I was just pointing at it earlier. Like, I do this for real. I don't even want to get too deep into that.
Yeah, but I was talking about before you went into, you know what I'm saying, he's the best ever quotes or monologue. I was saying, I don't even know what I was saying, but I just know that we was talking about a necessity is the mother of invention. Oh, how much you was making. And we was talking about that little process too. Because it wasn't right after high school he just entered the shop. There was no shops.
It was like it took longer than expected because the time that I wanted to get into the shop, quarantine had happened, and it really had set me back a little bit.
And hold on, before we even get into that, right? What gave you the confidence to go through those battles? Like, I'm gonna stick with it, because you could have easily stopped and just did something else.
Because we're like, it's my passion. Like, I got it tatted. Like, cutting hair is something that, like,
passion.
I really love doing it. Like, I don't do it because I need to. I do it because, like, I truly enjoy doing it. Like, the process of starting a major transformation and turning it into something beautiful that everybody is gonna see. It's like, every hair that I cut was always I wouldn't say always, but the majority of people were always satisfied. You know, you always got the little people that's but the majority of people was always satisfied. Like that too brought the joy to me of like cutting hair, you know, seeing the people smile after I handed the mirror and all that. And damn, I just lost my train of thought.
I was asking you what fueled getting past all those obstacles. Like you could have easily, because it wasn't right after high school.
Okay, I like cutting. Like I said, cutting hair was a passion for me. Like I wasn't afraid to fail at it. You know, it was just something that I've always wanted to do. I didn't look at it like, oh, I need to do this. Like, oh, I got to get better. It was all of me wanting to get better and wanting to do it and all that. You know, so just. For it being something that I truly enjoyed doing, it really didn't stop me from proceeding into doing it, you know. I made it a goal of mine to actually get in a barbershop, like since my...
You were setting goals back then?
Absolutely, like... people was asking me like what I want to do after college. I mean, after high school, I told them I wanted to go to college for business to open up my own barbershop until I realized that I didn't have to go to college to open up a business and all that. And so I just started cutting in the shop. But it's just been a goal of mine since I decided that I wanted to be a barber. Like I've always wanted to cut into I always wanted to go into a barbershop and cut hair, and that's what I did. Like I really didn't let nothing stop me. I didn't let no negativity stop me from doing anything that I wanted to do. It was just something that I truly wanted to do. So I just kept doing it, and it took me a long way.
What is some advice you could give as somebody who achieved goals to someone who is setting goals and maybe want some insight or never did it before on how to get there with the least setbacks, least amount of setback or wasted time?
Really, you want to set a goal for yourself. Like give yourself a time period, a grace time and all that. Like for example, you say you want to achieve this in 6 months. Stay consistent on what you're doing to achieve your goals within that 6 months, and 9 times out of 10 it's gonna happen within the 6 months. You know, you just giving yourself a grace period of when I should do this by. Stay consistent within that timeline, and 9 times out of 10 you're gonna for sure get it before the 6 months. Like another good example, when I first started working in the barbershop, me and him was having a conversation about a lot of things and stuff like that, and I was telling him my goals within that year of me working in the shop. I wanted to get a car and I wanted to move into my apartment, and I gave myself a year on that. It was around, I started in October. It was around December. It was around November and December when I gave myself the goal of getting a car and moving into an apartment. I got the car that February, and then I moved into my own apartment that September, and that was well within a year. You know, you give yourself a time, a goal period of time, and stay consistent on everything you're doing. Don't distract yourself with small things that's not going to help benefit your goals, and you're 9 times out of 10 going to make that happen within that time frame.
So you say, give yourself a time limit.
Give yourself a time limit.
Yeah.
And giving yourself a time limit is going to make you want to work harder to achieve your goal within that time limit, or to achieve your goal at that time limit.
Did you have a time limit? Did you have that, or are you setting your, like when you first started, like this was pre getting in a barber shop? Did you have that for yourself?
I didn't, but I'm not gonna lie. When I started working in Shoe Palace, I wouldn't say it was a distraction, but I basically was not I wasn't consistent on getting into the barbershop. Like I knew it was there, but I just really wasn't consistent. You know, I was making money, trying to save my money up, doing what I was doing, working at Shoe Palace, and then eventually I got into the barbershop, you know. And then the reason why I held myself back from doing that is because one, I was still cutting hair at the time, you know, like I was still satisfied with cutting hair at the time. But another thing is, like, I was making guaranteed money at Shoe Palace. And for all the barbers out there or anybody that doing anything in that like
entrepreneur space,
it's not guaranteed, you know. So it's
at least not in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning, it's not guaranteed, so it's gonna bring doubts. It's gonna bring some doubts into the mind and all that. And I had doubts that I wasn't gonna be making money like that. But one day I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. You only live once. Why not? You know.
So you just got fed up
I just got fed up
and not living in your purpose.
And exactly, and that's exactly what happened. And then I did it. And that first week, I told myself I should have been doing this.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And the owner of the shop told me the exact same thing too. Like before I started, he gonna like, you gonna say to yourself that you should have been doing this, and he was absolutely right.
Wow.
Shout out to Wesley Wells.
That's crazy. He said he been debating on it for a long time. That's not the only time I heard that either. People who got that hesitation to jump out the porch on their own 2 feet, like in their own vision, they finally do it. They said they should have been doing it.
Absolutely. So with that being said, if you have anything in mind that you want to do on your own, entrepreneur-wise, just do it.
Don't be stupid though.
Just do it. Yeah, don't be stupid. Like plan out.
Say you got kids,
You know,
and you
set
just
your goals and all that. Do what you gotta actually do. Like stay consistent with it and stuff. Don't just rush
drop
into
everything.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like really work your way into it. You gotta crawl before you walk, and you gotta walk before you run. You feel me?
Nah, like that. Part it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know people who just
step by step
jump off the porch.
And it's not gonna always be this. It's gonna be this. You know, it could be this, go all the way down and then shoot right back up. If you know about stocks, you understand what I'm talking about. It's gonna always be your up and down points like that. But staying consistent and doing what you gotta do is gonna get you there. I promise you that.
No, that's facts.
100% guaranteed.
No, that's facts. And then piggy banking off of what he's saying, I definitely agree with the time limit. That's definitely necessary. And when I first started learning about books and human nature and things of that nature, setting and self-help books, just whatever, setting a time limit is a must because it forces you to feel that pressure, forces you to get it done. You're not postponing it when you set that. You're getting it done right then and there. Like this right here. I set a goal, 6-month period. We recorded a podcast every single week. Every single week. If I ain't recorded today, this week is gone. After this, I'm uploading it straight. So there's no, when you have a time limit, it kind of forces you to move.
What you gotta do.
Focus, you know what I'm saying? It forces you. So I completely agree with that. So if y'all have a goal and y'all are ready to start moving, put a time limit on it too.
Absolutely.
And sometimes people say they even go to the point where they punish themselves for not being, or let's say like this, they punish themselves for not doing what they're supposed to do when they hit that goal. I say set 3 videos a day. Me not hitting that 3rd video, I have to do something I don't like. Some people be cold showers, running in the cold, eating some nasty food, or only eating this, no takeout. Like you gotta really put yourself in the pressure to make yourself move. Because necessity is the mother of invention. Then the second thing he talked about was just doing it. Just doing it. I agree with it. I always had that mindset, just do it. I just seen people just took it too far and then didn't gracefully get into it. They kind of just kicked rocks and then, you know what I'm saying?
I got a quote for y'all real quick.
So yeah, I definitely, and then to make another one on that for everybody out there that is chasing goals, is have a plan.
Have a fucking plan.
That's number 1.
Prioritize plan A before you put any faith into plan B.
Yeah. Not literally.
Always remember that.
Not literally.
If you have a plan B, what's the point of having a plan A? That means you already expecting plan A to fail. Prioritize plan A before you put any faith into plan B.
He said basically what that means is make a plan. Don't double plan, adjust. Just adjust. You know what I'm saying? How it is going on. And then there's one thing I learned in poker when I was playing poker is let them scare you, don't let you scare you. When you have a plan B, you're letting you scare you. In the sense of this, I was scared, for everybody who played poker, I was scared that if I check raise right here and he calls it and then he bets me, what am I gonna do? So then I would just fold. Instead of check raising, because this is the first time doing it, check raising, he never did it before, he never, you know what I'm saying? Check raise. And seeing what he was gonna do, I let myself scare myself out of it by the ifs. The ifs. Don't let the ifs scare you. Let them scare you. If you talk to a girl, if she rejects me, Let her reject
Let her
you.
reject you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real difference. Like,
if you don't do it.
Yeah, don't let them scare you. Or don't let you scare you. Let them scare you. You know what I'm saying? I learned that, and that has really, for me, changed my life because it shut down that whole if. Just do it. And let it be what it is. Like, once you learn that, you good. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I piggyback on there is planning, and don't let you scare you. Let them scare you. Let them show you what's gonna happen. Don't let yourself crazy thoughts and then think yourself out of it. Let what it is scare you out of it. Let what it is teach you what's not to do. You know what I'm saying? Then that, I feel like, would give people the best way to go out there and go. Once you got that, everything else is cool. And get a mentor.
Get a mentor.
That's for sure. What? Time is money. Get a mentor. Pay that fee. I ain't gonna lie. Pay that fee. It's gonna save you a lot of time. Pay that fee. It's gonna get you places that you would have to crawl to. Now you running.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Has all the answers.
Yeah, YouTube too. And also just get in contact with people. Like at the gym, you see him working out or see someone that's already where you want to be at, chat, talk to him. People love helping people out. You know what I'm saying? Unless they got burnt a couple times and then they go charge a fee. But for the most part, they love helping people out.
Absolutely.
And if you show you sincere and you ready to move on it, they'll help you out.
If you ever see me at the gym, don't mind my RBF. I'm very friendly. You can come up to me and ask me anything you want, anything you need. I will give you an answer to it.
And that's basically what I just said. That's you scaring you. He looked like he look like. Let him show you that. You know what I'm saying? Let him show he mad. Let him show they scared. Let him stop scaring yourself.
The worst thing that can happen is somebody saying no.
Yeah, stop scaring yourself.
Because the no gonna do this.
Stop scaring yourself. Now, bringing back on to reinventing yourself, I want to really tie this in because this was the whole first topic was about reinventing yourself. And basically, from what I listened to his story and what I have gathered, it takes confidence. It takes purpose. It takes like a passion. He was able to, and it takes for him in this avenue, it was a necessity. That made him reinvent himself. And I don't want to just stop there. I want to add on to that because what made you stop doing the barbering and go be a seamer? Or really, what made you do the MMA? Was it that same passion that you felt when you started boxing or barbering?
So what made me want to do MMA is because before I even started doing MMA, I was in the gym and I was really working out. Like I started off at like 140, and I don't know how much I was weighing at the time of me doing MMA, but I love a great challenge. You know, like I'm very active. Like I got to be on the move. I got to be doing something. Like I can't just be staggered and stuff like that. And
is that what you felt when you was barbering for that long? You felt that stability?
Explain that question.
Because you said you felt yourself stagnant and not challenging. When you got to that point in barbering where it wasn't that much of a challenge no more, you felt like the martial arts made that, or this is something completely different?
I can say it's something completely different.
Okay.
Like the barbering is always been here and it always will. Now with MMA, I honestly didn't get into MMA to start fighting in a cage. Like I've never ever expected myself to fight in a cage, but the workouts and the training look challenging. Like I said, I watched Creed 1 when it first came out in the movie theaters, and I'm watching them train and all that. I'm like, damn, that looks fun. It just looked fun, you know. Nobody ever told me like, hey, do this, do that, none of that. I just chose to do it on my own, and like I tell my clients about it that was actually doing MMA, and they told me that I should give it a try. And it was probably like Friday, I believe, and that Tuesday, the next Tuesday is when I started training and stuff. And I was training just to give myself a challenge to do something that I've never done before. And I want to say a month in is when I went to go watch one of the dudes that I was training with. His name is Joey. Shout out to Joey. I went to go watch him fight. He won that fight. And watching everybody else fight inspired me to actually get in the cage and do that because it looks fun, you know. And 7 months later, I got my first fight.
So what it sounded like to me was just making it very essential, breaking it down, and the keys of that. All the reinvention is keeping your mind open to inspiration.
Absolutely.
And following what you think is cool. That's the same thing with me. Everything I ever did, I did because I thought it was cool. And I literally, from the trading, from the videos, from the working out, from the football, thought it was cool. I did a lot of stuff. I did magic. I don't know if was you there for when I was doing magic?
I was there.
I did magic.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I literally did magic tricks. Like, I brought cards because I thought it was cool. Everything I did, I had that same inspiration. I never let that fall. Like, if I still see something cool, inspiration. Like, I seen not hiking, the little mountain climbing thing. Not mountain climbing, but like the people, rock climbing people.
Rock climbing,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never stop being open-minded.
Yeah, you got to be open-minded. You know, try new things. Don't be staggered.
And I feel like that's a key to reinvention. To never stay stagnant is to always keep your mind open, eyes open, ears open, mouth closed, absorbing, looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like people like, oh, that look cool. And don't just let it sit at that look cool. Actually do it.
Just try it, you know?
Actually do it. That's what he did with he didn't get in the cage because he saw himself in the cage. He got in the cage because he did something that he thought was cool. And then stacked it and said, I feel like I could do that too. And then went in and did it.
You feel me?
That's all it took. Now he got something under his belt. He did 2-3 cage, or I don't know how many years, but he did his cage fights. I've been to one, you know what I'm saying? I didn't go to his other 2. It was out the way. But yeah, he been, you know what I'm saying? It was 3. So that's tough.
2-1.
Yeah, that's tough.
Really 2-0.
That's tough. You know what I'm saying? So that's just.
It's really all about having fun, you know. Like you never know if you're gonna enjoy it until you try it. You feel me? And don't be afraid to try new things.
Let me ask you this. This is key because because what I hear is people try hard to reinvent. I feel like it shouldn't be something that you try hard to do, in the sense of like.
Nah,
they're just doing it.
You gotta let it flow together.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You gotta let it flow. Like my number one thing is I'm gonna hop on this boat and let the waves take me wherever it take me. You know, like I said, I'm very adventurous. I don't mind trying new things. Like
don't just reinvent yourself. Just thinking I'm gonna reinvent myself. Like do things you like.
Just do something.
And that's
you like.
naturally gonna reinvent you.
Don't do things you see other people doing and you think it's cool. Like do things that you actually truly enjoy. You know, like.
Or let me switch that for you because he kind of threw it all. You said don't do things that other people are saying are cool. Do it because you think it's cool.
Yeah, basically, yeah, absolutely.
Because you said you think it's cool. You said don't.
Okay, y'all know what I mean. You feel me? Thank you for correcting me. But yeah, you know, if you find something fun and if you find something that you think that you will enjoy, do it. You're not gonna know if you're not gonna enjoy it or not until you
don't let nobody dissuade you.
Absolutely not. Like, say I go to somebody like, hey, I'm about to go get into MMA. They tell me no, you gonna go up in there and get your ass beat.
What?
Damn, I don't even want to do it no more. You ain't got no faith in me.
That's real life.
It's not what it's about.
That's
you
real
know,
life.
if you want to do something that you want to do, exclude everything everybody else is talking about. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for other people.
No, that's facts. And also, if you know yourself. If you know you the person that is weak-willed and around the group mentality kind of matters to you a lot, don't tell them.
Yeah, don't tell them.
Just do it. Pop out.
Do it. Exactly. 6 months. Do something for 6 months. Let's say MMA. Go train for MMA. Don't tell nobody you training. Don't tell nobody you're doing MMA. And then pop out with a surprise fight, a surprise victory, and then everybody gonna look at you like, whoa. When did you start doing that? Like, oh, whoa, like da 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 da.
And them hit hard.
It hit hard. Like it hit hard.
Yeah.
Like when I first started working out, I always tried to get people to like work out with me, go to the gym with me, but nobody was. That's when I was small too, but nobody was really ever into it. But after a couple years, getting jacked, a lot of people hit me up asking me to get in the gym and stuff like that.
No, that's real.
You know, like.
And what we're basically essentially preaching and saying is people take this reinvention way too, like it's too formal for me. Basically, all we're doing is adding layers to ourselves. I just realized that right now. That's all we're doing. He added a barbershop layer. I added a videography layer. I did that. Literally, we both simultaneously left high school. I started later in the sense of like, I've been doing this. It was my first, like really my first fit of the camera, my first ever edit. This is how far back we go. Remember we got to do the super speed? Yes, that was my
crazy.
first ever edit. Like, for real. That was my first ever real edit. I was like, bro, you do the super speed video. I don't have it no more. Unfortunately, my email got hacked.
I might have that video. Damn.
Yeah,
I gotta go look back in my emails.
Yeah. Because that was a real thing. Like, that was one of my first ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like back when we went on the jet skis. That was before then.
Back
like,
in the day.
You know what I'm saying? That was like, you know what I'm saying? That was my first ever doing it, and
And now look what he doing.
You know what I'm saying?
Got a whole podcast set up
by myself.
I
did 30-something music videos. Did a lot of work, basically. The camera made me a lot of money. Got a lot of product over that. But all I did was add a layer, right? I added the camera work. He had the barbery. And then he added the working out. I been had, because it was before that, football.
Man,
Football.
That part.
Then the working out came with that. Then I added the film. Now I'm 2. Because I remember, one thing I want to say is, for everybody out there, the athletes and everything, that PTSD you feel when you stop playing is real. You don't know what to do with your life.
I don't even watch NFL no more because I miss it so much.
What? Because it's like you put so much time into it. It's like you only thought that was going to happen after the plan A. You know what I'm saying? You only thought that was going to happen. So then when it just abruptly cut off.
Oh, and it's crazy. I'm sorry to cut you off. Like, back then, people ask me, what do you want to do when you get older? I want to go to the NFL.
Same.
What you going to do if that don't work? It's not the type of, what do you call it? That's not the type of advice.
Nah, definitely.
You don't get it to.
Nah, you don't.
Especially a kid.
Definitely don't.
You can't do that. Like,
definitely. Keep shooting from the stars. I have it to me. It was
for
like
all the parents out there that's watching this right now, if your kid tell you they want to go to the NFL or whatever, they want to go to space or anything like that, like, you know, like.
Now, let me say this though. Let me say this real quick. Now, don't blindly say things like that and not supported by the work.
Yeah, you got to be a supporter.
No. I mean more so like the person. Let's say you say you want to go to the NFL. You're old enough now to know actions have results.
Absolutely.
You're 16 years old, 15. You say you want to go to the NFL, but you're not doing no training. I want to lose weight, but I'm sitting on the couch playing a game all day. How can you expect other people to even try to support you? So how could you be mad if, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, I would say if you're that parent, support them. But once you see their actions ain't leading to that result, have that like you. This ain't. You know, something got to change. If you're giving handouts, that in a sense.
You got to support your children. If not, they ain't gonna know what they want to do.
Yeah, but I would say, like, you know what I'm saying, like, don't let your children be unrealistic.
Absolutely.
Like,
everything's realistic. If there's a will, there's a way.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if
you
they
put your mind to it, you can do anything you want to do.
That's facts. That's 100%.
You want to fly? You're gonna fly.
With certain, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You're gonna fly.
You're gonna make it happen.
You're gonna make it happen.
You're gonna make
Necessity is the mother of invention. But what I was saying was, make it make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is for the people who say things and not backing it up. Like, I want to be this, but then ain't doing nothing to be that, but keep saying I want to be that. Like, and then you get mad at people for not supporting you. Like, stop that. Let's stop that completely. Let's stop that completely.
So that's why you just observe and listen instead of speaking. Just do.
Yeah, no, that's real life.
Don't go around talking about like, oh, I'm about to do this.
That brings your aura down. That brings your aura down a whole bunch.
Or a negative 1,000.
A negative. That's I was listening to this video about why men who pimp women don't really respect them no more because they see what they doing. They not who they saying they is. That's why I always say, no. Words are important. I forgot. I ain't even try to say I forgot. I just forgot that whole thing. But something along that words, I'll put it up later. But just basically back it up, and then if you don't back it up, don't expect people just to support you. That's where I was going with it, because we was talking about the NFL. Cause that's real. Cause people do tell you that, they shouldn't tell you that. Now, I could see if their actions aren't matching it, then okay, let's sit down and have a talk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or no?
Absolutely.
Like, let's say you want to go to the NFL, but then you ain't doing no training. You ain't putting out no highlights. You ain't going to no football camps.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like, if I say I want to do this, but ain't doing nothing to achieve that, then yeah, let him know, like, how you gonna do this and do that if you ain't doing this and that?
Yeah,
You know,
so you BS.
absolutely. You gotta walk that talk or talk that walk. However they say it.
Yeah, no, that's real life.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you're speaking on.
Yeah, no, going back to the whole thing about reinventing, and this should come natural. Like you shouldn't be just chasing it to chase it. It should be natural. Like for me, the football, then the video, then the what else did I do on top of that? The trading. Then I did painting, but that one not. You know what I'm saying? It's very small. It ain't nothing crazy, but that's basically me right there. That's my layers in the field of that sense. What would you say are yours?
Cutting hair, obviously, working out, doing MMA and stuff like that. I got another one I'm about to add to the table, clothing. You know,
That's tough. That's tough.
You just gotta add to it. Later
and I run the business. Yeah, and I run the businesses. Like doing ads, like
that's
really.
My employee. That got me.
Yeah, that's real life.
Absolutely, it's real life.
That's real life,
man.
No.
Exactly. It's just really growing. You know, upcoming and stuff like that. Doing bigger and better things. You know, just growing at the end of the day, and it's just beautiful to see. You know, we all start from somewhere, and just seeing the progression over the years and stuff like that. Like it's beautiful. Like I really love to see it. Like I don't care who you is or what you're doing. I don't care if you hate me or what is going on or whatever. Like I love to see people grow. Like that's just it's a beautiful aspect in life. Watching people grow, watching the transformation in people and stuff like that. You know, like
document that process for sure, because when you look back, it's gonna still be there. And then going off that topic,